The hair that I'm using today is from KLAIYI Hair. All the information will be in the description box below. I have three bundles of their Yaki straight textured hair, and then a 22, 24, and a 26-inch bundle. And then here I'm just showing you some of the things that came in the package, which includes some combs and some hair clips. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. So this is what my braid down looks like. I have my leave out in the middle and the sides left out, and then I just have my hair going into straight backs into the back, and I just pin them up with bobby pins. So for this you're going to need a black wig cap, some Got To Be free spray, the protective shield, and then also you're going to need your glue. So the first thing you're going to do is take your black wig cap and then put it over your head. I like to pull my wig cap down all the way over my leave out, over my sides, and over my ears, just to ensure that the wig cap is tight on my head. You can use two wig caps if you want to. It's not necessary, but if you feel more protected with two, go ahead and do so. Next, I'm just taking a white eyeliner pen and I'm just marking out my leave out. This is so when I lay down my protective shield, I'll know where to stop, and also my tracks as well, so that I don't get any product or any tracks onto my leave out. And then next, I'm just gonna cut out my ear holes. Next, I'm taking the protective shield and I'm going to put it all over the wig cap up until where, the white lines are. And I'm just using a brush like this. I'm concentrating around the perimeter because that's where I'm going to be cutting off my wig cap eventually once I'm done. So I'm making sure to get most of the protective shield around there to, one, stop the cap from slipping, and two, to protect my hair from the glue. Definitely make sure to use a good amount of protective shield. You don't want to use too little or else you'll get glue. It'll like seep through the wig cap and get on your hair, and you definitely don't want that. So definitely make sure to use a good amount of the protective shield, and then you're going to blow dry the wig cap once you're done with the protective shield. But you don't have to blow dry it all the way, because what I like to do after I use the protective shield is I go in with the Got To Be free spray and I spray a layer of free spray on top of the protective shield, and it just makes the cap even harder and gives me like an extra layer of protection. Now the Got To Be free spray is completely optional. You don't have to do that. I'm sure the protective shield does its job by itself. I just like to use the free spray because I feel like it makes it easier, and I feel like I don't have to use as much protective shield, but definitely still make sure to use a good amount. So once your base is done, it should look something like this, and your cap should be completely hard and dry. And then once it's dry, you're ready to start laying down your tracks. I'm going to first use the first bundle of 24 inches, and this is what it looks like. I'm just showing you how much hair I get. And then you're just going to start gluing down the tracks. This is literally the easiest part. You're just going to start from, measure the track from one ear to the other at the back, and then you're going to cut the track. You're going to put glue on it. And for my glue, I'm using the Super Bond hair glue, the 30-second glue. And then just put like a thin layer of glue on the track. You don't need a ton. I like to blow it just a little bit, but I do go in with my blow dryer a little bit later. But it's called 30-second glue, so it takes 30 seconds to dry. And then I'm just going to feel the back of my cap where I want the first track to go, and then I'm just going to lay it down like this. Young Apollo with the Then you're going to essentially repeat these steps until you get to the top. I'm just going to lay my glue down, again a thin layer, and I'm going to show you in real time. I'm not going to speed it up until I get to the end. And then once the glue is on, I'm going to blow it literally just a little bit. I don't even have to do too much. And then I like to position the track upside down in my hands, so when I flip it over, it sits like this. Then I'm going to use my fingers to feel where the last track is, and then I'm going to lay the next track directly above that. Now, I do want to mention I'm laying these tracks super close together because I wanted to use as much of the hair as possible. But if like you don't want it as full, or if you want a little bit of a thinner look, you can space the tracks about like a fingertips width apart, or however far apart you want to, really. But if you want like a super full look, make sure just to basically stack them one on top of the other. And then so I'm just doing the same thing here, and I'm pressing it down with my fingers just to, you know, solidify it into the cap. And then I'm just using the blow dryer for a couple seconds on hot heat to dry it. And so this is as far as one bundle has gotten me. Not exactly half of my head, and mind you, this is me putting the tracks super close together, just going straight across. I didn't start curving them upward or anything like that. Like, I'm just doing it going straight across. And then I'm putting the glue again on another track, and I'm just going to continue that until I get to the next bundle, or towards the top. So this is as far as the second bundle got me, laying the tracks super close together. Now, as you can see here, I'm starting to lay the tracks in a U shape towards the end of the second bundle. So the closer I get to the top, and I only do that for about like 3 or 4 tracks. So as you can see here, I'm still laying the tracks in this U shape here. And that's just so like in the front, when the wind blows, like you won't see any tracks or anything. It'll just look like your hair, even though you really won't see tracks anyway if you have leave out. But if you didn't want to do leave out on your sides, you would definitely make sure to lay them in a U shape. And then once I get to the very top, I'm just doing the tracks, like laying the tracks going straight back, just straight back, straight back, straight back. Just so that, I don't know, I feel like it lays flatter like this. You can continue to go in a U, I guess. I've never done that. But I think I could just feel like when I get to a certain point at the top of my head, I'm like, okay, this is when I need to start laying my tracks going straight back. Then I'm just going to give the top a quick blow dry on hot heat. But yeah, that's it. We're done laying down the tracks. I think I had about like half a third bundle left. But this is as full as it's looking. I got all the way to the top, and I'm pretty happy with how this came out. Now it's time to start styling the hair. The first thing I'm going to do is cut off the black cap. And I'm just going to cut all along the perimeter, being very careful not to cut my actual hair, but just all along the perimeter where there aren't any tracks. I'm just going to cut the cap. It also helps to pull, like gently pull on the cap, so you can, it just makes it easier to cut, to get like a cleaner cut. And I'm just cutting all around the perimeter. This is why you definitely want to make sure you put on like that, a lot of the protective shield around the perimeter earlier on, to prevent your cap from sliding and to prevent your tracks from sliding. As long as you have a good base, then you're going to have a good install. Now I'm just going to blend my leave out with the rest of the hair. I'm just taking like a small amount of BioSilk and putting that on my leave out, and then I'm using my flat iron. I think I have it on like 400, and I'm just gonna flat iron my edges. Yes, I do have to flat iron. Anyways, have to flat iron my hair almost every single day that I have quick weaves in, to get my hair to stay straight. I sweat a lot in my hairline, so just know, like, if you have natural hair, your hair is not relaxed, and you sweat a lot in your hairline, you will have to use heat to get your leave out to blend, if you have the same hair texture as mine. Now, if you have a different hair texture, then you should be fine. But I personally have to put quite a bit of heat on my hair. I try to do styles where where you don't necessarily like see my sides. Like if you pull it into a ponytail, you can put like a wrap or a scarf around your edges. But like honestly, the whole point of wearing a quick weave is to wear it down. I mean, you can wear it however you want to, but it's to, you know, like not have to do all of that. But just know you will have to use heat on your hair. So if you're one of those people that don't want to use constant heat to get it to blend, then I don't know, this may not be for you. But if you don't mind, like honestly, I don't mind once in a while. I don't do quick weaves all the time anymore. It was a point in time where I did, and it did break my hair off by having to keep putting heat on my leave out. But if you do this like once in a while, then you should be okay. So this is the final look of the hair. It was really, really simple to do. And the hair is really, really nice. I love this texture because it really blends well with my natural texture hair. I didn't have any issues with tangling or shedding or anything like that with this hair. It just really is a great quality. It's very thick and full. Mind you, this is like 2.5 bundles, and I made sure to get as much hair in there as possible. And you can just see how silky that it looks after you flat iron it. And something else that I do like is that if you don't flat iron it, the texture will be more of a Yaki texture, which will give you more of that like kinky texture if you want more of a natural look. So it's very versatile. But anyways, all the information for this hair will be in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you next time. Adios till next time.